Is it pathetic to admit that I want to be in love? That I want a boyfriend?
I'm 25, not married, actually, never been married, no kids. Can anyone else relate?
Why are single men happier than you think? A lot of single men are not actually miserable. A lot of them are doing better than fine. Society likes to push the idea, oh, men are lost without a woman. That's a lie. For years now, men have been told that their happiness only comes from marriage and kids and overall settling down. But modern relationships don't offer men the same benefits that they used to. Men aren't wrong for asking, what's in it for me, before they go into a really serious relationship. Single men today have financial freedom and overall peace of mind. They have control over their own lives. They're traveling, building businesses, hitting the gym, and overall going after their goals. And until women are willing to offer a little bit more in relationships, this is going to continue. Holding men to these outdated expectations, but also a variety of new ones that show up every single day, is just not doing it for them. And they're not going to continue having relationships if this keeps up.
Men are stepping away, and it's no longer subtle. Why invest in modern relationships when the scales are clearly tilted? Instead, many are choosing financial independence, inner calm, and self-improvement. They're creating lives that don't revolve around constant conflict, impossible standards, or pouring emotional effort into situations that give almost nothing back. At the same time, women continue to expect men to follow old traditions while piling on new expectations day after day. It's not hard to see why more men are walking away entirely. They're tired of being treated like the reward while doing all the work in a system that was never fair to begin with.
Yes, men are happy being single. They are. They're definitely enjoying it more than they used to before. And I see it, it's gotten harder to date, lately. Men are very satisfied in their lives without women. They are. They're working a lot, either working a lot, or if they're not working, then, they'll hang out with their friends, with their family, with their kids. Well, with their kids, it's a given. But yeah, they're happy being, if they're not married, they're happy being, bachelors and having their own space and not having to commit to anyone. So yeah, this wasn't the case before, but this is what it is now.
Men are doing better than ever on their own, and they're genuinely content. For many, the urge to pursue relationships just isn't there anymore. Their focus is on careers, passions, close friendships, and meaningful time with their children. Living single now represents freedom, breathing room, and no forced obligations. Unlike the past, men can shape their lives exactly how they want, enjoying fulfillment without giving up their independence or mental peace.
Men cannot comprehend women being single by choice because men are not single by choice. Anytime you see a single woman and you don't like anything she has to say, what's the first thing men say to her? Oh, that's why you'll always be single. That's why you'll never get a man. No wonder you're not in a relationship. It's not an insult. This is a choice. We can have that. It's not difficult to get a man. You literally just walk out there, first man you speak to, whether he's single or not, he will give you attention. Okay, if I need to get somebody's number, I don't even need to speak to them. And I've done this before in a club to get a number for somebody else. I just look at the man and say, are you single? He says, yes. I give him my phone with the keypad ready. He types it in. I get his name. Done. It's that easy. Men are not hard work. They're not hard to get. Women are the prize. Women that know their worth, have self-respect, that know who they are, that know they want and deserve princess treatment, that love themselves to the point of obsession and actually treat themselves like a princess and give themselves everything they want. Those women are difficult to get. Those women are the prize. It is not difficult to get a man. It is not difficult to get several men. If you want that, it's very easy for a woman to get that. So telling us we're going to end up single or that's why we haven't got a man just shows your lack of intelligence, just shows your lack of awareness of the world we live in. It's not difficult to get men. You are not the prize, babe.
This mindset is built on pure illusion. The belief that women automatically hold the upper hand while men are endlessly available doesn't match today's reality at all. In modern dating, the dynamic has shifted. Men are more guarded, more selective, and often disengaged, not because they lack options, but because many encounters revolve around attention-seeking instead of shared value. The idea that men line up effortlessly while women control the game is outdated. What we're seeing now is women competing for high-quality men who aren't interested in chaos or constant validation. The fantasy of unlimited princess treatment belongs in a storybook. In real life, men with drive, discipline, and clear standards have become the true prize, and standing out now requires far more than polished photos and social media appeal.
When guys say that they don't want to be in a relationship ever, do they mean it, or do they just not want to be with the person that they told that?
I think it's two things. They either A, have somebody they want to be with and they will stay alone until they get that person, or number two, they've been hurt so bad that they will not risk it. Like they won't even chance getting back into another relationship. And I hate to say this, but a lot of these guys are our fathers, our uncles. Look real hard. Look at how they got hurt and tell me if that wasn't a big part of it. Got deep for her.
No doubt about it. She definitely wasn't prepared for that level of truth.
The secret to what women want is simple. They want guys who are happy single. If you're a single guy, the most important thing you can do is stop waiting around for a girlfriend to live your best life. Proactively find things that make you happy, that have nothing to do with women. Maybe this means leaving your comfort zone and learning to travel alone, or making new friends, or even starting a new career. Once you put yourself first, women will follow.
All of this holds true. What they're really looking for is something they can reshape or even break. Staying single makes sense. Women aren't just searching for a content man to build companionship with. They often want someone emotionally open enough to be guided, reshaped, or subtly controlled. But a man who's lived, reflected, and built independence doesn't fall for that performance. He recognizes entitlement, chaos, and emotional dependence instantly. In today's dating climate, many women pursue a man's happiness not to contribute to it, but to latch onto his stability while unloading their own disorder. Men who've done the internal work see through it, and they're choosing not to participate.
This person is suggesting that research shows that people who are single, especially men, are living longer than before. Single life is healthy and peaceful, no stress, no drama. Actually, quite the opposite. According to Harvard's longest study of adult life, it turns out that people who are more socially connected to family, friends, community, a good partner, are happier, physically healthier, and live longer.
Sure, institutions like Harvard can reference broad research on connection and lifespan, but those studies don't capture what's happening now. They don't account for men who are emotionally exhausted, manipulated, or left scarred by modern relationship dynamics. Give it time, and the numbers will tell a different story. The men who are content, self-sufficient, and choosing to stay single, free from constant turmoil, are the ones who genuinely prosper. They avoid the chaos, protect their peace, and ultimately outlast the drama that wears others down.
I don't know when we're finally going to realize that more and more men are single because they want to be single. Because they've built up their lives. They like their day-to-day routine. They buy what they want and can afford. They spend time on whatever hobby they enjoy. But what they don't want is making the mistake of sacrificing those things for something less than what they already have. And I get it. We've heard that women are raising their standards. But ladies, men are too.
Men aren't alone because they lack options. They're single by choice because they value their lifestyle, daily rhythm, and independence too much to gamble it on someone who brings little to the table. The idea that women are the ones raising standards misses the point entirely. Men made their decision first, prioritizing peace, consistency, and self-respect over chaos and constant compromise. That's why the dating pool is filled with men who refuse to settle. It's not about being overly selective, it's about protecting their mental clarity in preserving their sanity.
Women are scared of happily single men. You want to know why? Let's get into it. Being happily single as a man makes you more appealing. Men that don't need to be in a relationship. Men that have high standards. Men that don't chase women. They chase in purpose. This makes women think, wonder if that man is actually interested in them, and will in turn, y'all listen to this, increase the value of that man and his expressed interest in their minds.
Let's be honest, it's not men themselves that women fear. It's men who refuse to put up with manipulation or unnecessary drama. A man who's content on his own, financially and emotionally stable, and selective, sends a clear message. He's not there to be used. He doesn't hand out attention for approval. That kind of man stands out. Scarcity creates value, but only for someone prepared to meet that level of maturity, not someone looking to play emotional games.
You know what the funniest thing about so many men is nowadays? So many men are no longer scared of being single. They're now scared of being in a soul-sucking, detrimental relationship that's only going to waste their time, waste their energy, waste their effort, and waste their money. They would rather be single than be in a bad relationship. So it's not that men are complaining because they're single. Men are complaining because they've just seen everything as such a waste of time for them lately.
Men have checked out of the constant chaos. It's not that they fear being alone. It's the thought of investing their time, energy, and resources into a relationship that only brings stress. Being single isn't the issue anymore. Toxic relationships are. More men are choosing wisdom over waste, protecting themselves instead of getting trapped in unhealthy dynamics. Thanks for watching Manhood. If you want access to exclusive episodes and want to support the channel, click that join button and become a member. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video if it resonated with you. We want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments. We read every single one. Catch you tomorrow.